Supply, how you doing? Sorry, I had to charge my phone. And my phone's, like, charger port is being retarded and breaking. Yeah, I like this song. And this game so far is pretty damn fun, from what I've played of it. We're gonna make a new game. That's good. I've already made Snoo-Snoo, so I'm gonna make her again. Just because Snoo-Snoo is also a stream character, as well as a character that I want to use as my own OC. So we're gonna make her as a stream character, as well as my original own use. Can make her look old or really young. So this goes very in depth with some of it, so you can make some stupid looking characters, I'd assume. Snoo-Snoo rocks the ponytail. No. Yeah, it seems really cool. Good thing I know somewhat of my presets. Brow depth, brow position, eyebrows. That seems fine. Eyes. Right, no. Change both. Eyelash length, long, normal, short. That long's fine. I don't know, eyelash color. I really didn't change her eyelashes. So it's not as in depth as. You're exploring Ashina right now? Good. That's cool. Facial hair, no. Makeup. Color. And I know I'm boring for making Snoo-Snoo again, but I like Snoo-Snoo's design, so I'm going to use her as an OC and my own creation. Well, original creation, and that's what that means, but solo and co-op. Or online, or stream, whatever you want to call it, live stream, as well as my single player file. The only one I think is not going to have Snoo-Snoo is if me and Zero create our own character from Dark Souls, because he says we were joking about making our own characters and we were going to make fish lips and I forgot his character from Dark Souls. But yeah, we're going to make fish lips. But we'll see. You're looking for every dropped item. Oh, nice. Wait, dropped item? You mean just regular You mean items dropped by enemies? Because that's what that is. You mean just regular lootables? Regular lootables aren't dropped items. Yeah, I don't like full on. That's better. Luminous. I have my character with glowing lips. I don't really like it. The second answer. Yeah, just lootable items, not dropped. Dropped item. Dropped lootables are basically enemy drops. Makeup 2. That's some heavy eyeshadow you have. Yeah. Give her that blush look. My OC in Monster Hunter World apparently has a blushed look. Glossy makeup, or that just looks weird. Why not though? Metallic. I don't even know how you do that. And transparent. Yeah, that's a little too much blush there. Now she just looks drunk. She looks like she's overheating. Makeup 3. Oh, I don't want it red. What happened there? The only red is her eyes. You got the gatehouse key. You can go back to Ashina Reservoir and go through that door that's by the house that you first began by, where you go under and eavesdrop back in the reservoir. That house, that's where all those gun guys are, on your way towards Seven Spear. There was a locked door that you went underneath the floorboards, or underneath the one of the boards underneath the house, and you can eavesdrop in the beginning of the game. Inside there is a spear prosthetic, which is very useful for the Guardian Ape second phase. It's very useful. There's I think a few enemies in the game, those ogre guys that you call them. I know one or two in particular of those guys. If you go in nearby where you got that key, if you actually eavesdropped on those enemies, I believe they'll say something along the lines of, this guy has armor on. Because if it's on the way to the abandoned dungeon, right at the beginning of right in the beginning of the Ashina Castle, like when you first, right after you first beat Bull, you walk in, and before you hit the idol, there's a grapple point to your left, right on that bridge. There should be a spot you can go to where there's a dude holding a giant bell and a bunch of dogs. The spear actually strips that armor off of him, allowing you to actually hurt him. But Guardian Ape, his second phase, has a stupid centipede inside of him. Every time you actually he does a few attacks, and when you parry his final sword strike, which is like a slam down, it'll knock him down. And if you do your spear on him, you'll pull out his stupid centipede and do massive posture damage to him. Oh god, no. I made my main character look a little older than this. I just want tanner skin, not that tan. That should be alright. It don't really matter. It don't really matter. Clothing color does. Because everything's pretty much blue on her. This is just her voice. Yeah. Because there's my other one. There's my main. I actually like this one a little better. Yeah. There's my main. Taking care of build type orders that go. Confirm. Yes. Wait. You found an elevator. Nice. Now we customize my doge. My dog. Coats. My dog is black and red. I'm gonna make him blue to go along with her. So this is gonna take me and Zero a while if we plan on actually doing some crazy stuff with it. You found a talking carpet? What are we talking about? A talking carpet? Oh! Tapestry. It's not a carpet. I know you're in the Senpo Temple now. It's not a carpet. It's a scroll. It's a talking scroll. Carpet would be on the floor, my friend. It's a scroll. Come on, man. You're in a temple, dude. You're not in Aladdin's house. It doesn't. It looks like a scroll supply. Come on. You would know if you saw what a scroll that Japanese people have decorating their houses and stuff. You would understand. A carpet literally was what covers your entire floor. Just saying. fur. Yeah, no, that should be fine. But I don't want them blue, I want them black. I found a thing where I can fly a kite. Does it? Yes, it does. You don't fly kites, but there's a boss that you beat, which is at the end of Senpo Temple later, that gives you a ninjutsu ability to puppeteer enemies. And you basically puppeteer... There should be a rat down there. One of those guys with the hats. The little fucking nugget men. Later on, after you beat the boss of Senpo Temple... you'll be able to puppeteer enemies. And there's 2 points in the game where you need to actually puppeteer enemies to get optional items that allow you to open up one of the endings in the game. If you're going to want to go for all the endings, I suggest you just look up online on how to do it, because there's 2... that one spot you just found with the kite, and another spot later in a cave has some items, an item that you need to unlock some of the optional endings of the game. But if you're going to go for the quick... I don't know which file you plan on doing the Shura route with. And if you're planning on going that way with me, then that's not worried about. But if you're doing that with your main... and you plan on going for some of the actual true endings, or, well, the longer endings. I'm not going to call them true, because there really is no true ending, really. But if you're planning on beating through the true final boss, then you may want to look up on how to get the endings, because you can beat the true final boss, the true last boss, with all 3 of the other endings procced. Then you're given a choice which of the endings you want. It's just, there's one of the endings has a bunch of steps, and I don't really know them all off the top of my head. So you may want to look that up online on, just type in Sekiro endings, and you'll be linked to a site, believe it or not. It should be called Frextra Life, the wiki page. So here's my dog. We got red and black boy, and we got blue and black boy. I'm gonna call him Shade. And then we got my Pelico. red eyes. Keep that tail. Clothing. Probably gonna have to hire this a bit. Probably could barely hear any of this. Didn't realize that. I forgot about hiring the volume. You're gonna be my healer. Save. And there's my other cat, which has got red clothing. Basically the same thing. And you're gonna be little. Again. And that's my other character. And that's what my Snoo-Snoo is currently rocking at the moment. But I haven't played all that much. And again, the time is also because I leave my Switch on.
Neni, nu to lakri, minato, to hose, hinoekimi, laku eleruri, lan hakiomo, kira, kamura, starshiha, yor, evexite era derax. Noti? Newtomoi, label? Besnito, kaire mumera, lada shirex zitori. Nakida, Rios biha kagerura, gire mia, la mosolite. Li, Fishimo.
にもミオラムートラーゲモールリクミドアテラーニュ
トベデネシホフラ
ユリニキミメガイラアハキレピデフシシーダ・ドトゥールタースマ・ド・デュークアーミ・イータスタースマ・ド・ミードラーネハ・ディリークカムラ・シ・ケフィードオルリガルダー・ティト・ポンチソーシ・ルク
ラディア・ゲティーラリオスジベカムラ・リラムクシーラ・クオスゼイク・オートゥキミネレゲトゥホ・シーク
ユリダギー・レミマイジ
Monk guards, you mean? There's plenty of monks that you're gonna be fighting.
Rampage at all side, I've got news for you. Got a message from the guild this morning. Says that you are now a certified hunter.
Yoshi
Living now, Squirt. Well, I guess you can call it that. You're certified, but I think it'll stop me.
But don't think it'll stop me. Wahaha. Sorry to interrupt,
Elder Fugan.
Village of the coming rampage, like you asked.
Ah, yes, thank you. By the way, Snoo-Snoo, I overheard the good news. You're finally an official hunter. Congratulations. All you need to do now is register with the guild so you can start accepting all those quests.
To do that, you need to speak with Master Hojo in the Gathering.
Medike
First, we go shopping. You'll need the help of other villagers if you want to succeed out in the field, so follow mine.
ユリオ
Start, of course, the Marketeer of Mystery.
Kagero the Merchant.
Move your character around. I pretty much know how to play to an extent, but here is your merchant.
I was informed that you were accepted in the guild. Felicitations.
Here you will find restorative cures and other such items to aid you on your hunts. I often diversify my stock, provide special offers to hunters too. I think you'll find them most agreeable.
Kagero sometimes offers a half price, and that's when you pick up some real bargains. I always hold off on buying what I want until a sale. When it's on, I swoop in like a Rathian on trail. Sets Lady Hanoa's sharp gaze upon my back. Now I know why. Anyway, Kagero, about those items I asked you set aside for me. Of course. I'll have them packaged, sent to your convenience.
ラッキー
And that's a wrap. Should we go next? Steadfast Steel, Master Hammond the Blacksmith. Nice to pay him a visit.
Camera, yeah. Any day. Have fun. Senpo Temple's not too bad. It's actually one of the easier spots. The monks without weapons are very easy to just slash at their health and kill them. The ones with the staves tend to do thrusts, so be on your guard. You've already fought a few monks, like the one in Harada Estate and the one in Ashina, outside Ashina Castle, by the grave, or a couple monks that you fought. You see, I'm busy preparing for a rampage.
Now, Master Hammond. Hamon, this time I've come to tell you the good news. Snoo-Snoo has been accepted into the Hunters Guild.
Damn right I have. She better be part of my guild. The village now has a resident hunter we can all count on. Isn't that great? I see. Well, Snoo-Snoo, allow me to congratulate you. The equipment we forge here is to make hunter part. We can make a breaker hunt. It
What represents our village, too? A hunter who can't wield Tatara steel isn't fit to fly a banner of Kimura. You'll find whatever you need. As for crafting or refining gear, well, we can talk about that later. Well, since we're here, that reminded me. You can hire buddies at the Buddy Plaza up ahead. Master Hammond's grandson, Yori, manages the place. Why don't you talk to him later? Capering around felines and canines makes me wonder where I went wrong. Really? I think buddy handling is quite a noble profession, personally. Anyway, Master Hammond, I was wondering if my order was ready. It is. One of my apprentices will deliver to you later.
できるなんだら
Just one more stop. Let's see. Sweeter than sweet dango. It's gotta be Yomogi, the chef's tea shop.
Miss Boy
The wire bug gauge is displayed at the end of the screen, performing wire dashes and silkbind attacks to deplete this gauge. Yeah, I know. Well, that's important for scaling things. We're able to silkbind around. It's another way of getting around, but it also is very useful for mounting, because you can mount monsters in this. Not the same vein as Monster Hunter World, where you mount a monster and you attack part of their head, but literally control them for a certain amount of time frame. And you could basically ride a monster and make it battle other monsters. But you can also use this to scale. Woo! Yeah, get used to it. Whee! I'm just having fun. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Snoo-Snoo. Hey, I heard the good news. You're a certified hunter now, recognized by the guild and everything. Congrats! Right out on a hunt, make sure you stop by and eat some dango. You'll never taste anything yummier in your life, and they'll get your juices flowing for the hunt. Bunny dango is really yummy, so in fact, I can't stop eating it on the job. Thinking about them gets me all excited and wet. Ahem. The usual, please and thank you. Of course, and one super duper mega dango order coming right up.
ジーバ
I had a great time on a shopping trip. Thanks for accompanying me.
エラ
Everything's ordered, Master Hamon, and Hero delivered to your item box. Surprise! It's just a little something to celebrate you becoming a hunter. Come back when you're done with your registration thingy, okay? What about Bunny Dango? Sorry, those are all mine. I'd share it, but a girl's gotta eat. You should equip a weapon already. I want to see what you look like in your full hunter getup. Good idea. How about you try on that longsword I just got you? No.
Sugoi, that gear really suits you. Sugoi!
Let's feel a ton braver now, right? Ride that high over the Gathering Hub and get yourself registered as a hunter. Once you talk to Master Hojo and get registered, you can start out on real live hunts and real live hunter Kimura. Exciting.
ニューニュースな
I have to wait here for my orders, so off you go. You your spots. I'll be at my usual spots. Come see me when you're done.
なよーく てっちゃん くれルゴク
Well, hello there, Snoo-Snoo. You sure took forever to get here. I thought I was gonna croak. You're probably well aware that I, Hojo, guildmaster of this exceptional gathering hub. What's that? Your guild registration? Oh yes, I'll get to it before you interrupt me. Had you let me finish, I would have told you that we no longer do things that way. Get with it, young hunter. Whoa. No tests to take or papers to stamp, just okay, and you're on your way. With that, you are now officially a hunter, and not just any hunter, no, a hunter of Kimura Village. Accept a quest from my dearest Minoto and go on a hunt some monsters. About that, as much as I'd like to, I have to get this report about the rampage ready for the guild. I'm terribly sorry, but could you talk to Hanoa first? She can explain quests to you. Yo, Ace! I just overheard the gnarly news! Awesome! Before you run off to see Hanoa, pop over here for a sec. I gotta check you out and see your new threads.
Bro, you hitting on me?
Looking good, Ace. Congrats on becoming a hunter. All that hard work finally paid off. I'm really happy for you. This guy's really emoty. Oh, and before I gotta tell you about the action bar. The action bar lets you pull off all sorts of actions without opening any menus. Pretty gnarly if you ask me. Let's try it out. Select the camera from the action bar menu and snap a picture of me. Once you take a picture, let me see it. Every game has to have this function now.
Taken using the camera of the action bar, custom radar menu, snapped photos will be saved. Yeah, you can actually take pictures of monsters and put it in your room and such. Pretty cool. Focus on monster or epidemic life are automatically classified in the album, located in the hunter's notes. Pressing L, aiming the camera will let you switch between two-spec character and Kahoot. Take it from your view. Recommended for making subjects bigger and framing more creative composition. You can pet Kahoot to take pictures of whatever. Pose sets and gestures can be selected from the. During multiplayer, Kahoot will be visible to other players, giving you the general idea of the camera's position in a visible area. There's another one. Oh yeah, it's one handsome devil show. Fuck. No, it's not. Devil show. And you gotten acquainted with the action bar. I think it's quest time. But if you're still not confident in your abilities, you can hit up the training area to sharpen them up. It's just a short boat ride from the Buddy Plaza where Lori and all his furry friends hang out. You try that your hand on all sorts of weapons and skills. It's a great place to warm up before a big hunt. Alright, I'll quit holding you up. No, still waiting for you, isn't she? Start menu provides tutorial hints, basic information, and other valuable things. Information added as the game progresses will be displayed in the tutorial window chat log. Display settings for the tutorial window can be changed from options. Hunter notes found in the start menu contain a variety of information such as instruction manuals outlining basic game information, characteristics of monsters, controls, weapon use. If you're looking for answers, be sure to look there. Oh yeah. Rise is fun. I actually like it. So I'm going to be doing a full stream of it. But this is my stream character. I've already started my, just my normal playthrough with just playing on my own. And I basically made Snoo-Snoo again. So, because I really like her. She's my OC. And plus, she's my Monster Hunter World character. So I might as well make a stream for Rise as well with her. But I took a liking to her, so I turned her into my own actual OC for my own use as well. And then if me and Zero play, I think he plans on making whole new characters as well. So I probably won't be making Snoo-Snoo a third time. But we'll see. There's a character creation in this. From what I can see, you can actually fuck with positioning and changes of their face types, so I think it could go pretty Dark Soulsy with this. If that's the case, Fish Lips might make a return. Sort of. I don't know if it'll get that wacky. But we'll see what we can do with that. Don't be surprised if me and him spend 40 minutes in a character creation. But you get a dog, too. So not only do you get a cat in the other Monster Hunter games, you also get a dog in this one. And there we have Little and Shade. You also get an owl, but you don't really do much customization with the owl. But you do get an owl, too. Oh yeah, by the way, you can ride your dog. How you doing, Chocolate Chip? Rise is fun, though. I have yet to really go... There are some new monsters. I've already fought one monster that's in Generations, which is an older Monster Hunter game. And I've already... I don't know if it's in Generations or not, but I fought a new lizard thing. That's basically similar to the Jagras from Monster Hunter World. But it's more raptor-like than iguana. But then again, baby Jagras are also in this, but there's also a handful of other monsters that are probably new to this game entirely. but there was one boss that I fought that's in Monster Hunter Ultimate Generations, which is basically a culmination of a lot of the older Monster Hunter games prior. So I don't know how new that is comparatively, but we'll see what we get and do. So far, I haven't really fought anything major. Just a bear and a velociraptor. You already completed your registration. Great. I retrieved your Kahoot from Elder Fugen earlier. It's so cute. You're going to love it. Kahoots, like buddies, will help you out during your quest, but in their own little way. Creatures that are beloved throughout Kamora. A village elder gave you a Kahoot to look at as a pet. If you call your Kahoot from your action bar, it will come to perch on your arm. Symbol pops up while you have a Kahoot in your arm. It'll push it to have your Kahoot take flight. Maybe something will happen. This feature is unavailable in multiplayer. The pet menu can be opened while Kahoots perch on your arm. There you can swap out outfits, feed your feathered friend. If you feed your Kahoot, they will greet you once you return from your quest. Kahoot won't come greet multiplayer. How about you give your fruit friend a name? Worked today and got home not long ago. Ah, okay. Yeah, I worked today too, and it was a very pretty fast day. It wasn't too bad, except I ripped a pair of my pants. That's a story. So I was very unoriginal and named my owl Hooters. So we're gonna go with that. Since my sister is swamped at the moment, I'll go ahead and give you the quest rundown instead. Now that you're a hunter, you'll be in charge of completing quests that is me and Minoto have in our quest list. Some of these quests, called key quests, have been especially posted in the Hunters Guild. So if you make a point of completing key quests, the Hunters Guild will take note. Oh, and one last thing. Here, take this petalace Minoto and I made. As you aware, petalaces are protection charms woven from a local plant called sending sprig. Pollen carried by spirit birds will enhance your petalace, strengthening your abilities with care. You see these? These are cool, because you're gonna find little hummingbirds throughout your adventuring, and they actually up your stats temporarily throughout your missions. So you'll find ones that'll up your defense, your damage, that kind of stuff. I say stats, but there really is, your stats is basically your gear and weapons, but these do up your defenses and your stuff like that. Maeve Woman Sending Springs, a Chimera village, are typically worn by hunters. Like any other piece of gear, you can only equip them one at a time. Absorb fragrant pollen from spirit birds you encounter during quests, granting you special status boosts. You can switch out your petalace, item box, and manage equipment option, and try different types to see which one best suits your style. Maximize their effects. Can all be switched out from the tense item box. Oh, and I think Minoto should be wrapping up her report right about now. And I need to go back to work myself. Once you're ready, you can start taking quests from either of us. Hold on. You can't go prancing off before my instruction.
Grant's becoming a hunter. If you ever find yourself taking a hub quest, then I, Senri, the mailman, have quite important info for you. You'll need to go through me to meet up with fellow hunters. Make sure to stop by. Well, I think about that wraps everything. Time to start monster hunting.
Yeah, DLC? Kind of. I got the deluxe, so I got some additional content. Oh no, I've ruined clothes by accident if I got caught on something or stained bad. I have a stain on one of my nice Inuyasha hoodies, and it probably is too late to wash out or to scrub out, but like I tried washing it out and it's there. I'm not gonna throw it away just because of some macaroni stains or whatever, but these pants, literally, I fell and carved up the back of my pants pretty bad. Stains aren't too bad because I've had old pairs of pants covered in like smoke stains and resin stains from smoking, and that's not a big deal to me. And mud, grass, whatever, dirt, you have it. Yeah. So we have your item books, your crafting list. We all know this. Item loadout. Manage equipment. Change equipment. So we have your equipment here. Got your equipment loadout. Display of equipment. Customize bowgun. Appearance change. You can literally go back and change your character's appearance if you're not happy with it.
Yeah.
I actually haven't tried the Kahoot at all. Who's a good owl? Who's a good owl? Now don't fight me in Sekiro now, Hooter. Pet menu. Change clothes, change color, edit name. So this is where you do all that. Yeah, I didn't actually do this with mine. Ogre thing! Ogre thing. What ogre thing? You're talking about the NPC, aren't you? You really gotta stop killing NPCs, Supply. You really should do quest lines, my dude. But then again, I don't expect you playing New Game Plus and beyond. But you really gotta stop just killing NPCs on your first playthrough, dude. You really should explore what these kind of games have to offer, because that is really stupid. If it's the NPC, you missed a pretty good quest line. If you send him down the right path. Oh, with the armor, I was gonna say. Because I know the Senpo Temple has that crying dude. And if you're talking about a different one, then good. But there's an NPC that's in Senpo Temple, and I was gonna say, if you killed him, you're pretty much dumb if you don't experiment with quest lines, my friend. Got some information, very paramount. I'm about to hit you up the Gathering Hub so you can go hunt. How about that? I got some bad news. See, the rampage is near. Forbidden for hunters to leave Komora. Outside, won't be able to enter either. In other words, Komora is offline. But if you want to form a party, I have a special type of message I can send to hunters to get to Hightail. If I send a message, Komora will be online. Hunters will be able to enter. Just don't tell me how it works. So, something to do with spider webs. Any Mew, come to me whenever you want to swap between offline and online. By the way, did you talk to Minota about quests yet? If you haven't, you better hightail gear and get to hunting for your friends. Alright. Well, hello there. Ready to do some quests? Well, great timing because the quest just came in. The call for you to look. Time for some basic training. He was pumped about being a real instructor. Kept going on and on, but I'll be ready to thrash. Seems Elde Fugen had some hand in it well, although I told you to keep that part a secret. I suspect they've been racking their brains to think of a way to help your hunting career. How sweet. I've added Udasushi's request to the request list. Whenever you're ready, make sure you're ready first, okay? But, yeah. How I fucked my pants up, though. Quest Maiden? Where's the handler? So far, I haven't had, like, a handler person that follows me around in certain areas. So far, it's just 2 people that give you quests. One's for the online section in the Gathering Hub, or this guy. Because this ain't like Monster Hunter World where you can just play every quest together, essentially. It's kind of like older Monster Hunters. I think there's offline and online specific quests. So it's kind of like a step back. So there is no handler. Just heading through the quest gate. So yeah, basically I have to stack the truck from floor to ceiling, or floor to the roof, whatever. And I built out a little farther, so when I was throwing stuff up at the top, I wanted to organize it better so I can get more things up there, and I stood on boxes that were vertically long, about above my knee height, and they were blades. They're lawnmower blades. And the boxes are vertically tall, and they're not very stable. And it was my first time I actually fell. And the carts I put the boxes on, it has like a podium in the front, like a stand where you can put things on. And it has a lip. And I fell. Ass on the... It has a little lip. I fell on the lip. Luckily for me, the cart didn't tip over in any way. But when I got off of it, I caught myself and got off of it. My entire left side of my ass cheek hurt. Like, sore a little bit. And my pants ripped from my left pocket almost all the way off. Luckily for me, it's caught on by the right side of it, but the left half of my pants, most of the left half of my pants, so you could see almost my entire left side of my leg and ass. And that's how I ripped my pants. Welcome 120 Untitled Village, Gathering Hub, and accept a quest. To join the hubs posted by other hunters, quest board. Once you've accepted a quest, you can press R or accept another quest, the current one. I have no problem with that. I've only played World anyways. I have no problem with it either. I just saw that online and people were complaining about that because that's how the earlier ones were. At least, I've only played World to its completion mostly, minus the DLC and a lot of other optional quests. And I've played a bit of Monster Hunter Ultimate Generations, which I'm mostly solo for the most part. I don't really play with too many people outside of maybe Twitch or a few of my friends. And I played a bit of that, and I played a bit of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which has also its own hub for online play. And I'm not sure if they share like similar quests to solo, but it's really no different. I think Monster Hunter World is like the first that actually made it so it's pretty much open to not only everybody, but it's also like they made it so it's easy for newer players to just jump into Monster Hunter and not get wrecked, because it is definitely the easiest Monster Hunter. Oh, that feels like a good stretch. That feels like a better stretch. Normally, a lot of times when I get, hey, DDP, how you doing? Normally when people request that, I kind of have to do a fake stretch. That felt a bit more real. Doing all right. Just enjoying some Monster Hunter. Accept. Allow hunters to allow me to join your quest. Press ZR to accept a quest and A to gate depart. An AI made you kill yourself? I don't know how that's possible. You went to bed. I hope so. I would hope so. I had a good night's sleep myself. So optional subquests allow you to accept 5 mini quests that you could do alongside your main quest. People wake me up to talk to King. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you got some good sleep. So you can... Because he left the stream. Huh. Glad you didn't hurt anything else. No, I didn't. My ass is a little sore from the fall, but it wasn't too bad. Well, I hope Kingslayer is alright. Huh. So optional subquests, basically you can accept a bunch of mini quests to do throughout your actual main quests. Stuff like gathering spots and things like that. And it just gives you extra rewards. They're not like actual quests. They're just mini things you do as you play through your actual quest. So like we can gather bone piles, mushrooms, and stuff like that. Oh, he passed out and didn't end stream. Holy shit. I did that once! Except I didn't just pass out on stream. I literally went to work and came home, and my stream was still running. I was like... Oops. So I've done that. So wait, he just literally just went on this table and just didn't... You stop your PC. So he literally just passed out on his desk? Or did he get up and go lay down and just never end stream? I can understand that. I normally don't turn my laptop off. Just because I don't like having to restart it and then have to fumble with settings to get my volume and everything the way I want. Raided and went to bed. So after he raided me yesterday? Wow. Well, I hope he's alright. I know he was up late. So was I, but I at least got some sleep. King was up for like 24 hours. I didn't know how he didn't get sleep. Chocolate chip, I was up for 48. Yesterday was 48 hours. I went to work on Saturday. Friday? I stayed up all night Friday. Went to work Saturday with 24 hours of no sleep. And then came home. I tried to charge my phone for a little bit. Played some Monster Hunter. And then got on at 9. And then stayed up till like, what, 5 in the morning? 6 in the morning? And then I went to bed. So I had probably about like 40-some hours of no sleep. I did get some minor sleep. I came home and slept a little bit, but I basically was going off of like 40-some hours of no sleep. On top of having worked Saturday. And that Saturday was slow. So I was fighting my exhaustion. Really bad. If you were wondering why I was yawning so much during my stream from Saturday, that's why. But still, 20 hours, 24 hours, that's not easy to do unless you're like just somehow get a second win. Because I've done a 24-hour stream for Dark Souls 2, my very first and only 24-hour stream. And I was fine after that. Except for like the day prior. Then I was dead. But that whole bit, I was fine. I'm gonna be taking myself down for cutscenes like that. I'd be up for that long, but streaming that long is hard. It is! I've only done it once. And I was like in the moment with Dark Souls 2, and I don't even know how I did it. And it wasn't my recent stream of Dark Souls 2, it was the one prior to that. Because I've done several Dark Souls 2 streams now. And that was my blind playthrough of Scholar. And somehow I ended up staying a full 24 hours. Because, believe it or not, my average Monster Hunter World streams used to go for about 12 hours. You know, you'd be surprised that my PS4 doesn't get as hot as you would think. At least I don't really tell because I don't feel it all that much, but I haven't had an issue with my PS4 yet. Only once. Only once. But that was because I had it too close to my other consoles that are right next to it. And then it actually overheated and shut off. Ever since I moved it slightly a bit, it's been ventilated enough to where it's never done that before. Again, so. But then again, I'm used to playing games for long, long periods. And my console's never having issues. Except for my Xbox 360, which has had several Red Rings of Death. But, you know, that's 360.
What's up? The quest, nice. Come over here, we'll get started.
Woo!
Congrats on making your way, Hunter. A whole new life awaits. I can see it in your eyes. That ready to thrash, but let's do a little quick quest refresher, cool? Let's start with our camp here. This is your tent. Here you can change your equipment, weapons, and organize your items. If you want to be bail on your current loadout, you're free to switch out your gear inside. There's a supply box full of useful items that'll aid you during your quest. And everything in there is provided by the guild, so feel free to take whatever you want. And that's it for the camp. Let's move on to the next part. I'll meet you down by the river past the ledge. If you get lost, just look for my icon on your map. Make your way. Make sure your inventory is in order before you leave the hunt.
Manage your items. Switch item box menu. Change equipment. Switch skills. Access the buddy board. Eat meals. On each hunt, you provided with hunting items stored in the supply box. View the map on the bottom left. Triangles indicate players' current locations. White tent symbols are camps. Monsters, buddy traps, placed items, as well as severed tails are displayed too. Quest objectives also denoted during special quests. Press L to zoom in on the map and view epidemic-like gathering points and other icons specified in the detailed map. Note could be refigured game options. You can view detailed map. Displays precise locations of life gathering points and allows you to show or hide items based on your category. You can also toggle display the level of the map. Press X to detail map to open open the icon list. In addition to reviewing what icons in the map, you can highlight an icon, press A, make it show on that map. Icon, I'm glad you got some sleep. That was one. Oh. Well, I hope you can catch your friend next time. But I'm glad you're able to join here. Sometimes useful items in a supply box. Don't split these with your allies if you're in a hunting party. No, they're all mine. Bitch, yeah, hey. I don't want that. I want my axe. Thank you. No, excuse me. Yeah. Harvest plants, nuts, bugs, mushroom bones, honey, whatever. Yeah. This is all Monster Hunter World stuff. For anyone who's played World knows what's going on with that. The only things that are new is mainly this and monster riding and maybe a few other things, but a lot of the stuff is from every other Monster Hunter game, including World, so there's going to be a lot of tutorials that you don't really need to worry about. Alright, let's talk wire bugs. Those bodacious bugs. Must of any hunts. Use them right, you'll be able to zip around pretty much anywhere you want to go, even on top of this boulder. Give it a shot. A variety of actions can be performed using the extraordinary creature that is Wirebug. Perform rapid aerial maneuvers with whip dash, whip out a weapon-specific gambit with silk bind to regain composure in the wirefall. Exhausted Wirebug gauge will recover over time and can be used again. The degree of consumption and time recovery vary for every action. Capturing a wirebug temporarily increases the gauge by 1. Technique commonly used by Kimura hunters. Use wirebugs to zip through the air, quickly reach your target. While holding ZL, press X to move vertically, A to move forward, and press ZR to move where you're aiming. Wire dashes can be sequenced or initiate wall running if facing a wall. Each weapon has its own unique silk bind action using a wirebug. These can not be used with your weapon sheath. To use it, draw your weapon, hold ZL if you're a blade master or R gunner, and then press X or A. Each weapon has its own skill, so... Woo!
Got you, lucky.
Interesting. Kind of makes me think of a hook shot. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Except you're going to be using it more for traversal than so much grabbing monsters. But you're also going to be using another type of wire bug that allows you to attack monsters. And then eventually, once they're downed, they're going to give you an option to attack a monster or do it again to get on top of them. Next, let's talk buddies. Today I brought my Palico and Palamute Flash and Rumble with me. They'll be lending you a paw this part of the training. First, try Mount Rubble. Palamutes are swift in the wind, so monster gives you a slip, pop on your barking buddy. Waiting for it at the trap, meet me there. 2 ways to ride a Palamute. Hold A while near a Palamute. When issued let me ride command from the action bar. Try it out, ride a Palamute. Great way to get around faster. Yeah, I know. Use L to move around, R to dash, ZR to jump, ZL to and use L to drift while dashing. Press X to attack, B to dismount, and B to perform a jumping dismount while dashing. Whetstones and some other items can be used while riding a Palamute. While riding, select usable item from the key to use it. Try it out. You can also collect You knock him off you knock him out the window. Isn't that not obvious enough? When you're fighting him, you'll see him crack open windows or the you know, parts of the window. That right there should be your tip, as well as you not being able to actually hurt him. So you gotta aim him out the window. Check out this yellow spirit. If you touch one, its pollen will enhance your good luck charm. You're wearing a petalus. When that happens, a scent of pollen surrounds your petalus and boosts your stats. Since this little guy's yellow, it'll increase your stamina. Similarly, spirit birds of other colors will boost other stats. Pretty gnarly if you ask me. Effect is only active during the current quest, but you get sure as shurikens that they're worth using. Oh, that's a cloth fly over there. Cloth flies are one of the many creatures that come across in the field. We'll call this little guy endemic life. The powder these floaty friends spread can boost your defense. There's lots of endemic life out there that can boost your hunts in different ways. Have a look around for endemic life. I want to say epidemic. And play around with them and see what kind of effects they have. Okay, just a little bit more. Follow me. Broadly to all small life forms inhabit areas. Some endemic life can be used like items to provide lasting buffs to your during quests. This includes perma buffers and hunting helpers, which can come in handy. Used effectively, as some other life forms are rare. I know these are probably boring for a lot of people. Sorry. So yeah, we got... Oh, that's the jump. I didn't mean to do that. So we got attack. We got jump. And then while dashing, hit basically L1. And then you could drift, which leads into a boost. So your dog can also climb and attack. And not only that, you can also pick up items while on them. And heal and use items while on them as well. You got your attacks. Climb. Neat.
Timo.
Kana, it can be delivered automatically. Oh, sweet. Alright, cool. I actually didn't get that before. Hey, kitty. We'll be on our way to slaying, so don't worry. I don't want to hide. Gathering. That's so convenient. Doggy, yeah. Doggy does it all. I did not mean to do what I just did. I don't know what. Ah, no! Damn it! That's why I don't like that I have to hit L or go to the map to actually show me the locations of those things. Just because it makes it kind of annoying. With Monster Hunter World, it actually shows all of that on your map. All your collection stuff. No, there's never been fall damage in Monster Hunter at all. So don't worry, you can actually also, from high cliffs, you can plunge monsters from above, so don't be afraid to drop down and try to get a hit on something, because there is no fall damage whatsoever. Monster Hunter is amazing. So we have already killed one small monster for our little optional quests there, which gives us some nice things. Yeah, I know. I'm out here collecting, friend. I'm just gonna take that, do that. Ah, wow. I did not mean to burn my meat. What? Okay. You kick him out the window, Supply. You have to freaking take his posture to the max, and you'll kick him. Once you fully break his posture and death blow him, it'll kick him off if you have him aimed out a window. I have yet to burn it on my Switch handheld mode. What the hell's happening there? You have to literally hit the timing right as the music stops. And I have yet, I've only failed that twice now, thanks to that. Whatever. So the cool thing about these is you can run up walls with these. Perform a wire dash to facing a wall to initiate a wall run. L to maneuver during a wall run. Hold down R to continue running up, consuming stamina. Climbing ivy. Yeah. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that. Stop that. I'm holding the button down though. I am literally holding my button down now. There we go. I was holding it though. I'm not lost, I'm looking, you asshole. I'm showing off things, too. Did Zelda steal the game mechanic? Cooking food to music? Wait, that's a Zelda thing? Which Zelda is that from? Because Monster Hunter is back from the PS2 era, and I know Zelda's older than that, but... depends on which Zelda we're talking about here. So while in the region, you may come up locations with subcamp to be set up as the site is unusable. However, if you accept Kurgo's merchant quest related to the site completed, you'll unlock camp in that area. Fast travel to subcamps, just like main camps. Subcamps have a tent where you can eat, change equipment, and use buddy board. Yeah. Breath of the Wild. Then probably... that makes sense. Breath of the Wild is more RPG. That would probably... Breath of the Wild did feel a lot like Monster Hunter, kinda. My god, every game just gets compared to one another, huh? I don't know if it stole it, but Monster Hunter did... If that's Breath of the... Yeah, that is Breath of the Wild, because I've played a bit of it. I forgot about that. I don't know why I didn't think of Breath of the Wild for a second. Sorry, when I think of Zelda, I don't think of Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna say yes and no. Because that's also in other things. I mean, you can cook and eat in other games, too, but if it's a similar thing... Breath of the Wild does feel a bit Monster Hunter-y, but also not at the same time. Monster Hunter is not really open-worlded, though, either, but... Completely forgot. I forgot about Breath of the Wild. That's a game I want to stream again. I streamed a bit of it, but I didn't do a lot of it. I don't even know if that's even on YouTube. I remember getting fucked by lightning, I'll tell you that, Ron. But I want to stream Breath of the Wild. I do want to start streaming Zelda games. We're not going to spend too long on exploring. I just want to open the map up. Shut up. Oh, the animation was cool. Yeah, the switch axe. Again, that's my trusty switch axe. Always good to go around collecting. I'm not gonna go around too much collecting. I just want to mainly open up the map. I can do expeditions if I really need to. Herbs. Alright, we got area 13. Ooh, poison cobra. What do we got? We got fish and honey. What did I just collect? Oh yeah, we got the bomb badgers. These guys. Boom! They blow up when you hit them. It's great. Bonk. Bonk. Plus, I wouldn't mind getting my little mini quest done. Here's my transformed version. Recognize that. So. Oh, these little guys, they give you points. Which you can spend those points to get, you know, food and whatnot. It's the same as the points or the points in Monster Hunter World. That's basically what they are. You can buy food or things with points instead of money. Steamy Spear. Kinda does, don't it? Epic carry great distances set direction. Each locale has a number of jewel lilies where you can place great wire bugs. You could confirm how many great wire bugs you have in your item pouch. If you don't have any wire bugs, you cannot travel. Okay, yeah. Great wire bugs allow you to jump massive distance. So I don't have any of those. But if I did, it would allow me to jump up this entire thing in one swoop without actually having to use my other little mini wire bugs that I have. 'Cause there's massive ones. Hello. Hey, GG. I was gonna tell you, if he goes into rage mode, try to parry the entire thing, because his last move will send him flying forward, allowing you to get some posture damage on him, but it also really fucks up his posture heavily. And then just aim him for a window. The guy is really not that bad. He's actually one of the easiest little mini bosses. I would say he's probably like 3rd or 4th. You've already fought one of the game's easiest mini bosses, and it's the guy with the claws. There's one you haven't fought yet, which you won't be fighting till later. Unless you decide not to go for the full ending of the game, you probably actually will not really be fighting him. Actually, wait, never mind. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. I forgot, you still have to go to Mibu Village. Yes, you killed Robert's father, yes. Roberto! And the guy just wanted to sell shit for his sick son, who probably also died somewhere. You know, most Souls games, usually when they introduce, like, certain characters that are doing something, you usually find, like, their dead body or something for lore, but I don't know if you encounter Robert at all. This guy is getting rather annoying, I apologize. But I have an egg! I didn't even realize it. I didn't even collect this egg for myself, but they're money.
Eggs are money.
So how's everybody in chat doing? Sorry, I know this seems a little boring, but Monster Hunter starts, and you know how I am. I like to get everything on stream. I like to do as much as I can on stream. Fortunately, I'm carrying an egg. Shut the fuck up. I'm carrying an egg. I'm even slower. Thank you very fucking much. I can't run out of... Good thing I'm sliding on my ass. Ow, this looks painful. Oh, that looks painful as hell. Trying to think of what to do. Game-wise, you mean? Have you continued Sekiro for your single player, or your main file at all, or have you streamed at all the past couple days? Silk bind. I'm, well, thinking of food. Well, I have an egg for you. You can make an omelet. Sorry, I don't mean to make people hungry. If food would be nice. I actually had some fried rice earlier, so sorry if I'm making people hungry. Coming up with conversation, though. Alright, we got every area located, so I can focus on trying to get things whenever I'm fighting stuff. I just want to get to the meat of this game, though. But sorry about this guy. I really am. I hope the audio is good, though, for me in game, too. This game is going to be moments where it's quiet and loud. Considering I just came from Half-Life, where that game is actually considerably louder. Oh yeah, climb the vine. I can climb with an egg, though, at least. I just can't run out. Oh my god. Jesus, that takes a lot of stamina. I'm coming, Utu Sushi. I'm glad I'm not having internet issues. My stream, like, had issues earlier because I kept getting disconnected. I got disconnected like 3 times during Half-Life earlier. It was stupid! Yeah! Gargwa egg. I'm not lost, you jackass. I saw a Vadi video about how the sugars you find around the game were placed by the monks' temple deliberately to honor the monks, which sugars are named after, and those named... You know, those make sense, considering... I didn't actually think about the headless being the monks, considering, what they give you. That actually makes a lot of sense. Sug fire? Got a hang of riding Palamutes already. They're super helpful buddies, especially when you need to cover a lot of ground. And you can even tell them to attack while you're riding them, but their attacks won't be as strong as yours. So when you're ready to get down to business to defeat the Huns, I hope they'd send me sons. Got ourselves some monsters nearby. How are your health and stamina looking? Be sure to keep tabs on your health while out in the field. While you're ready, let's head up this way. Really show on the road. Green bar is your health, yellow bar is your stamina. Coming in contact with Spirit Bird during a quest will increase your maximum health stamina. The amount increased will based on your petal list you have equipped. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be going through all of this just to get rid of it all. I'm saying what your character is saying. Oh, I'm not paying attention to that. Pack of Izushis, alright. Yeah, these are basically the baby raptors that I was fighting earlier. Don't hold back just because they're small now. Just remember, you're training and you'll be golden. Now ready your weapon, nice and ready. Just take them down one attack at a time. How about my dog? Alright, let's get off that. Sweet, awesome job there. Oh, and don't forget to carve the harvest materials. They can be used for smith. Speculates Robert's father made a deal with the monks of Sempo. He protects their village in exchange for healing of his son by the... I pretty much figured somewhat of that out. I knew he was there because he was... It was either Ashina put him that armor and everything to protect it, but the monks have those rats, those little nugget men with the hats that work for them, which later attack Ashina. Spoilers. It's not really much of a spoiler, but it's true. Like, you've already encountered them with Ishin. When you first encounter Ishin, he tells you to take out those rats. Well, basically, they also work for Sempo. So, I surmised he didn't get tasked by Ashina Castle to guard it. But I figured, I did not put two and two together about him getting his son revived by the rejuvenating water, though. That's something. But again, a lot of Vati video and any other Souls lore videos that I watch, they are most of the time speculation. But some of them are actually truthful, though. Like, there's a couple streamers or YouTubers that I watch. Vati Video is one for lore. There's a guy named Dave Control Live, who's another YouTuber lore. Both of them go into, like, in-depth videos. Like, Dave Control seems to go into more in-depth with, like, item descriptions for Dark Souls and such, and Sekiro and Bloodborne. Vati goes into lore and stuff with item descriptions, but he doesn't go in... I don't think he goes in as in-depth. Connect to the headless. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Because I think Vati doesn't go as in much detail, but his is as detailed as they can get while also having that voice. But yeah. They both are very good Souls lore videos. Like, he did a topic on Pinwheel from Dark Souls 1 where he was speculating that Pinwheel was trying to steal the Rite of Kindling so he can use that for an experiment to try to bring back his wife and son, which is why you get the mask of father, the child, and the mother. And if you look at his body, it looks like he's a lump of flesh. And a lot of people speculate that he's actually combined with his mother or his wife and son, or child specifically, not son, but and he's making in his fight he makes clones of himself. A lot of people speculate that he's trying to duplicate parts of his body, and you also find clones close to Nito's boss fight. And a lot of people are trying to speculate that he's actually just trying to make clones of himself so he can bring back his dead family. And I don't really know if it's actually true, because I don't really pay attention to a lot of the background noise besides the music. A lot of people can hear "I'm sorry" in Pinwheel's boss song music, if you pay attention enough. I don't know. I'm not really good at paying attention to that. Half the time I blank out in that fight, and that fight only lasts like 10 seconds anyway. Ah, so he's pretty much where you are. Chocolate chip. Have you beaten Genichiro, by the way, Supply? There's a bit you can find. There's a bit you can still explore in Senpo Temple, but if you have yet to beat Genichiro, you are not progressing the rest of Senpo Temple. There's still a bit you can find throughout Senpo Temple. There's still some optional stuff you can go collect and do. And one other fight you can do. And a few other areas. There's a Demon Bell, which makes the game as strong as New Game Plus. There's another boss you can fight. There's some bunch of items you can collect. There's spots. Just search around. You'll find some optional things to collect and do. But if you want to really progress to the rest of Senpo Temple and fight the true boss of that area, you need to fight Genichiro. There's also an NPC monk in that main hall that I think has ties to an ending. I believe, if I recall. I don't really want to go into too much spoilers, but I want to at least give you some idea of what's going on with that. So I'm not going to go into detail on any of that, but I'll just give you a gist of what's happening. If there's something you think you could have done better, don't worry. After all, it's just getting started. Now let's head back to camp, and looks like we're kind of far away from it. No big deal, no. Fast travel, and you'll be back in camp in no time. I'm gonna go ahead. See you there. First time I've actually fast traveled. That's cool. Don't know how that works. Monster Hunter World, you ride a winged drake. This, you just zip line. Oh god, my stamina. Oh yeah, your stamina decreases over time, unlike the others. You haven't beaten him, well then you're not fully progressing Senpo Temple. Yeah, you're not gonna fully finish off Senpo Temple, but there's a bunch of other things you can find and search. There's if you go to back to the well in Ashina Reservoir, there's a spot right in the beginning you can climb up now that you have the hook arm, the grapple hook. You can find one of those turnable walls, and it'll lead you to a secret entrance in the abandoned mine, which also leads you to, I believe, a Chichiman warrior fight. But it also has the potential to lead you to the Demon Bell, which is part of Senpo Temple. But, you know, that's only good if you want to actually... The Demon Bell not only makes games stronger, but it makes item drops and Sen more potent. So you get greater item drop and more money. As well as more skill points. So it's not like you're just fighting stronger enemies for the fuck of it. Proud of you, send on full hunter. You've learned well. Keep in mind, expect much from you. If you feel like going over basic training again, be happy to guide you through it again. Alright, done. Fucking hell. Sorry that took so long. I kind of have a hard time playing while talking, too. I do worse when I talk. I really shouldn't talk as much, because then I tend not to do anything. Well, I see you use the quest no match for you. Expect nothing less. What do you learn today is very essence of hunting. Whenever a hunt takes you, those lessons always hold true. Now, some quests ready for you. What do you got? Found as a yes, be able to do so. Request aid in securing the surrounding area. Having that subcamp should also assist in further expedition. Beneficial agreement. Sort of type of side quest from people around the village indicated by blue speech bubble. By slaying small monsters, delivering items, or otherwise fulfilling villagers' wishes, you'll receive various rewards. Remember to talk to the person and have a complete on the request. require you to deliver an item to the requester. Talking to the requester, you can view your deliveries. Yeah. Cool. He's got something for me. Good to see you. Treating you, there's something I'd like to do. If you ever hear a village having trouble, let them in here. I know it's all sudden, but don't worry. You got something nice and easy. Get used to it. I need you to bring me something back. I need to make well-done steak and not fail it this time. As basics, yeah. Take Bunny Dango, for example, and let's push sec... Yeah, talk, Dango. Climbing a mountain. Keep climbing them. Just like a mountain, there's one way to the top. Pick the quest right for you. Right here and listen to me blabber about Bunny Dango. Complete quests from the village and gathering hub. The Hunter's Guild will permit you to take on more and more quests. Difficulties indicated by star icons. You said first phase Genichiro does grabs. First phase does grabs and thrusts, yes. Sorry, I misread that as just Genichiro in general. First phase, yes. He also shoots his bow. But he shoots his bow in all phases. Second phase, he does everything. He also does flurries. Second phase, he does everything, including sweeps. So watch out in his second phase. Because he starts to vary up his timings with things. Yeah, I misread your comment. Yeah, you're correct. Remember, just parry most of the time until you have a massive opening. Once you have an opening, attack twice, and then repeat. You're going to want to be in his face, and you're going to want to parry more than you want to attack. You rarely want to attack. If you have a chance, you can stop him doing his bow if you're close enough. You can use your shuriken dash if you need to get close to him. But most of the time, you want to be parrying him. And if you get good at Genichiro's fight, he'll go down in 5 minutes or less. Find the villagers. Special requests. Specific items. Talk with yellow speech bubble. So don't talk to anyone you see with a yellow above their head. There are special quests which you can learn hunting fundamentals and techniques such as wyvern riding. So we're gonna do these just to show them off. Wyvern riding is awesome. I gotta get used to the control of it though. Cool, so you can... Yes, you can not just... So far, I've only ridden 2 monsters. I think you can ride everything. Even though I've had 1 monster that you're gonna train in here, a bear. I have yet to actually get him to allow me to ride him in the field. But I've ridden... those little raptors you saw me kill, I've ridden their boss. And you can actually ride monsters and have them fight. You literally become the monster for a certain amount of time frame. You can make them fight, or you can crash them into walls and stuff a bunch of times, and then you can do like a finisher blow on them once you fill up a meter. I'm happy to show you the basics. Wyvern riding is a gnarly technique that uses iron stick to bend monsters to your will. While riding, you can force monsters to attack other monsters or even slam it into walls, dealing massive damage. A few steps you can take. 10 minutes. I had practicing today, so once you get ready... The state in which you can control a monster bound in iron silk. Hold R and use L to move. Attack with A and X and evade with B. Press Y to dismount the launch monster forward. This monster will take damage to topple over if it collides with another. If you launch a monster you're mounted on or another monster, you can force the monster into a mountable state, letting you hop on and take control. Attacking the monsters while wyvern riding fills your wyvern riding dodge. It's been completely filled. You can unleash monster Punisher. So I take it you technically can't ride Elder Dragons, but so far most fights in these games are wyverns. So. I find it weird that they call a lot of things wyverns in these games, and the monster that they're training you with is a bear. And that's a wyvern, I tell you. Mounted Punisher, how like the Anjanath is a wyvern. Like, it just don't look like a wyvern. A wyvern looks dragon-like in most, like, at least in Dark Souls anyway. This is Monster Hunter, but still. It's just weird to me. Suppose diminish until empty. Make sure you pull off your mounted Punisher before it runs out. Wyvern riding timer shows how long you can stay mounted. I want to mount a fucking I want to mount, not a Jagras. I want to mount a Rathalos and Rathian once I get to them. Fucked off the mounted Punisher or monster launch before then. Attacks flinches while Wyvern riding can be cancelled by pressing B. This consumes a Wyvern good. Executing evade and emergency evade commands. Attacked by another monster will stun it, allowing you to shrug off an attack. You're gonna go live? How am I gonna help you with with that? It's you just need practice. I mean, you can go live. I'll be there, but like, what can I really do? I've already given you all the tips several times in every fight that you've been in. Just get used to his attacks, parry at the right timing, attack twice when you have an opening. And if you're good enough, throw in Ichimon G's if you can. But it's all just learning his attacks. Makiri counter, jump over his sweeps. Jump back when he goes to grab you. Because dashing rarely works for me. So I can't really... It's all really on you at this point. Combinations of X and A. Genichiro really will get you better. He got me better anyway. But it's really on your playstyle, and I know it's vastly different than mine. Of X and A will, as well as L, will open up new attacks, so ride everything in attack, attack, attack. Like, I can only do so much. Woo! Woohoo! So these little guys can also... That silk bind thing I'm going to be doing, which is... Not that. That's one of them. And this is another one. So those are my silk bind attacks that I'm going to be using on the monsters with my weapon drawn. These little monsters can also do that for you as well. Here's the rundown. First, in order to wyvern ride, you'll need to get into a monster in a mountable state. There are a lot of ways to accomplish this, but first, let's give the old Wirebug Silk Bind method a try. If you keep on attacking a monster using Silk Bind attacks, it'll eventually get all tangled up and become mountable. Since you'll be using Wirebug for this, it'll consume your Wirebug dodge, just like wire dashing, mind your gauge. Silk Bind works differently with each weapon type, so try them all out. You want to take a second to practice? Let me know when you've had your fill. Can be performed using extraordinary creatures, that is the Wirebug. Perform rapid aerial maneuvers with Wire Dash, whip out weapon specific gambits with Silk Bind, or regain composure with Wirefall. An exhausted Wirebug gauge will recover over time and then can be used again. The degree of consumption and time needed to recover for every action skill. Capturing a wild Wirebug will temporarily increase it by 1. Commonly used by Kimura hunters. While holding ZL, press X to move vertically. Yeah. A to move forward and ZR to move where you're aiming. Haven't really tried the ZLX one. And then these cannot be used with your weapon sheath. ZL or X and A, because that's what I'm using of late. Freck! Freck! And then this is straight. Whee! And then there's my weapon drawn. And then flank. And then clear. Silk Bind. All right. Next up, practice using the most epidemic life form. Puppet spider right over there. Skillful, sticky, sturdy, silky strands spider produces can use the mountable. When it comes to the mounting monsters, you can use Silk Bind or Puppet Spider. Either works. Approach a mountable monster with a weapon and press A. Clear out bottom guarding. Now let's try out the real CM method. Fits your style. Ready to give it a shot? Good. I prepared Arzuros just for this occasion. Both methods work, so focus on getting the mountable state first. Get monsters in a mountable state by attacking them with enough wire bug, jumping tech attacks, or silkbind moves, letting them fight each other. Use certain epic them with life. Approach a monster in this state and land a blow with your sheath or sheath your weapon and press A and start weapon writing. Jumping attacks and silkbind moves inflict damage that can put monsters in a multiple state and is therefore displayed as special damage. Your friend that's training me actually mentions a Devil Joe, so I'm assuming he's in this. Alright. So he's mountable now. Alright. So this is infinite because it's training, but this is... Oh my god, the controls are awkward for me. Time won't decrease while we're training. Yep. Light attack. We can do strong attack. We can evade. It's quite the stinger. It'll be time to evade. Yeah, now. Let's see you launch the monster. Launches the monster you mounted, sending hurt and obstacles, inflicting serious damage and toppling over. Make sure to aim for wall obstacle, launching maximum damage. After launching a monster to a wall obstacle, press B to regain footing. Losing launch monster again in this state if time properly repeatedly hurt the monster, crashing the world of hurt. That shouldn't have happened there. Wrong button. Okay, I'm not. SAF you to Genichiro. Supply, you need to stay at a fight and work and practice it, man. Because you gotta beat him to progress the game, dude. Once your Wyvern Riding God is full, press X and A to perform a devastating mounted Punisher. This move is only available for a limited time, so use it before you get bucked off. While mounting Punisher is available, press X and A to attacks topple monsters without fail. When fighting fast, evasive monsters topple them first to ensure that you can land a coup de grace. You want to stay in his face, Supply. You want to stay in his face. You don't want to have him come to you. You want to be at him at all times. And you want to just pay attention to his abilities. With his jump, he'll always open up with a thrust or his sweep. I believe in second phase. I could be wrong about that, but you should always open up with a follow-up with that. 'Cause he's really... A lot of these fights are not as bad as you're making it out. You just gotta practice them, learn them. This game heavily praises aggression. And by aggression, you mean being in their face and parrying them. Because that's all you're really going to be focusing on. When their health is low enough, you rarely need to... damage them all that much. Yeah, why would you spend your coin purses and then go into a fight? Like, buying things is not gonna getting certain things aren't gonna really help you, nor getting any more health or stuff is not really gonna help you. It's learning their moves and practicing and getting better is gonna help you. Skills aren't gonna really help you if you don't even use them. And even then, I barely even use them. I just parry half the time and attack. But you've beaten phase 1, so that's not bad. Just gotta be careful and pay attention to his timing now, because phase 2 is a little more rougher than the first. But he still only throws in his sweep. So you're gonna be a bit more mindful, because he may do a sweep instead, or a grab. But every attack is blockable. That's why you don't attack more than you have to. That's why I barely attack. So you don't get hit by his Makiri counter, or his thrusts. You don't want to be attacking more than twice. You want to only maybe even attack once. If twice is too much, attack once. And with that, with his flurry, the main one you want to focus on is if you manage to time his flurry and block his very final blow, he will actually throw in, I believe, a thrust or a sweep. I forget which, but if you actually block his very final blow is when he actually throws in a finisher. If you don't, he will not. It's all practice, man. You'll get the hang of it. Trust me, Sekiro is actually the easiest of the Souls games, if you want to count it as a Souls game. But out of Dark Souls and Bloodborne, Sekiro is the easiest. Basics of capture. After this, then it's real time. After this, it's real Monster Hunter time. So I think you're doing fine. It's your first real full-on Genichiro fight. I don't know how much practice you've had with it. It's time to learn. Completely practice the fundamentals. This is the same as World and every other Monster Hunter game. You basically got your traps and your tranq bombs. You weaken a monster to near death. There's really not much to say about reading this, because everyone should know this. It'll also explain different little things too. Monsters can get enraged. Like the colors of the little symbols mean the monster's noticed you if it's yellow, red if it's enraged, and blue if it's weakened. Large monster, you must weaken it Trank bombs. Lured into a trap and sedated with trank bombs. Rule capture monsters. You receive materials that are rarely or never available when carving. Toss trank bombs to the ground by pressing Y. You can also aim with ZL and then press Y to throw them in that direction. You need to land several shots. Trank ammo or trank bombs. First, I want to try this again. I don't know why I'm failing it. Too early. Damn, like, I had this fine when I was playing it on my handheld mode. I don't know if it's because of my headset or what. The timing from my audio is definitely delayed. That might be it. Yeah, it's definitely delayed. So I can't really go off of cue, visual cue. I'm not good at that. Damn, it sucks. Because there is a slight delay. Not much, but some. And that's probably why I'm failing it. Before we start, how we try them out? Use shock, pitfalls, trank bombs are used to put monsters to sleep. But remember, monsters have got trapped weak enough, otherwise, the explanation you get rid of the rest. Good. Start monster weaken it. Once the monster weaken up, blue icon will display over its head. Feel weaken monsters slip away. Be careful to attack monsters too much, you'll end up slaying it. For this session, I'm going to use traps to get the rest. Look at that! Okay, Supply, you know how to do the lightning. Jump. Okay. Jump in midair, hit L1 when the lightning hits you. The moment you land on the ground, hit R1 to shoot the lightning. Because he's going to open with a thrust, and he'll eventually use the lightning. You'll notice it. Right now. Oh, you want to be very mindful with your attacks, friend. You don't want to be really attacking him because, yes, he is so easily damaged, but you also don't want to get careless because of that. You want to be doing your usual, but you also don't want to be focusing too much on damaging him despite the fact that he is that easily murdered. He does use lightning and all the other abilities he's learned up to this point. So you want to